Hello, everyone. Uh, Welcome. Good morning. My name is Ali. I am the Startup Program Manager at Microsoft for Baltics and Balkans, and I'm also responsible for the independent software vendors. Let's wait a few minutes more before we're going to start. Let's wait for all the attendees. let's say, give a minute or two before we will start. Um, but just to a little brief is this that today we're going to be talking about how to grow your business with Microsoft Commercial Marketplace. And we're going to explore what the opportunities are and why you should actually choose to publish your solution on Commercial Marketplace. So we're going to go much more deep into that. But as I said, let's wait a minute or two. I'm going to put my mic on silent, and it would be fair for everybody to join. And I think we can spare 2 minutes for that. So, all right. So I hope everybody can listen and everything is, visible, the slides and everything. So welcome one more time to our webinar, How to Grow Your Business with Commercial Marketplace. My name is Ali. As I said, Ali, I'm the startup program manager for Microsoft for Baltics and Balkans. And I'm also responsible for the independent software vendors, such as yours, who wants to scale up their business and grow their business through commercial marketplace. What we believe in Microsoft, and Satya has put our CEO in a very good way, that Microsoft has always been a partner-led company, and that's what our culture is. We want to focus on building better partnerships rather than just getting bigger bills or creating bigger bills, but rather focus on helping customers, our partners, to build their sales, build their company, build their solutions. And the more they grow, the more you grow, the more Microsoft will grow. So this is what our passion is, and this is what we believe makes us better than our competitor. Now, as the webinar is about how to grow your business with Microsoft Commercial Marketplace, and it involves publishing your solution on Commercial Marketplace, the question pops up that why should I even do this? What do I have? What's in it for me? So, and I really believe that as being part of Microsoft, the biggest tool that we have is Commercial Marketplace. Why? Every other person in the world is a customer of Microsoft, either directly or indirectly. Let's say either they're using Microsoft Windows, MS Office, Teams, and other appliances. So somehow Microsoft is a part of everybody's life in a daily basis. So if we talk about what the value proposition is, first, we have the technical cooperation where we can give you the envisioning workshop for Azure, how it works, what it is, how to do the optimization, how to get the maximum out of your cloud usage and your consumption. Then also we can do the migration assessment for you. For example, if you are on a different cloud, like provider. So we have got the technical side. Now, if somebody asks me into 21st century, what is the biggest factor in terms of partnership? They would say data, but for me, it's not just data, it's data and knowledge. And that is what we have in abundance. So what we want to do as partners is to be able to transfer that knowledge and those technical skills to your team as well as being the partner. So if we talk about transferring the knowledge, we've got the trainings, we've got certifications, we have got the MyLearn solution workspace. And at the same time, with that knowledge, what we want to do is we want to reduce your R&D cost, your product licenses cost, and the support that we can give you with that knowledge and support. Now, The biggest aspect of today's talk is, which we will discuss much more further, is the go-to-market cooperation. So with the go-to-market cooperation, we have got a lot of channels that we are going to be talking about. So there's going to be leads generation, there is marketing that we do help with our partners internally, externally, and then we have got the sales cooperation, which is, everybody is interested in. Once you come at a stage in your company, you want to focus on your sales, like expansion, like how you can expand. So we've got three channels there. One is direct Microsoft seller connections. Then we have got reseller channels. Then we have got web and marketplace. I'm gonna go much more further into it in details, but yeah. So this is the value proposition in one pager, that why you should even consider now, because we're gonna go much more detail. Just consider why you should, publish your solution on commercial marketplace. Now, if we go into what are the opportunities in terms of commercial marketplace, we've got two channels. One is Microsoft App Source, which is mostly for customers, industries, enterprise, and SMBs. Then we've got Azure Marketplace, which is more for building blocks, let's say programmers, pros, and so on. So you can have your solution published in two channels. And then there is also the integration parts of Microsoft 365, Microsoft Platforms, Dynamics 365, and Microsoft Azure. There is one thing which I want to make it clear here, which people get very much confused about, is the fact that they think that in publishing an app on a commercial marketplace is like iOS or Google Play. No, it is basically a subscription portal where your customer can go and activate the subscription. And once that subscription is activated, they are taken to your landing page. There is a lead generated to your CRM that you have connected, and then you have got 1 month time where you can get it, activated. So it is not like an iOS or Google Play. It's a subscription portal through which all the process is done through Microsoft. Now, according to the surveys, or the numbers or the stats, there are 4 million monthly active users on commercial marketplace all over in different commercial marketplaces. And by 2025, the revenue through commercial marketplace is going to be over $2 billion. What the publishing path is to co-sell with Microsoft is, one, having the commercial marketplace customers who are directly, actively searching for solutions, which they are. Then we have got partners to partners. We've got over 90,000 plus co-sell partners, which would be actively wanting to sell your solution to Microsoft partners. Then we have got, if we say with Microsoft, we've got over 15,000 field sellers, which we can activate to get the maximum out of your solution, where they would actively try to sell your solution to different customers. So there are three channels that we discussed. One is active shoppers that are coming to the commercial marketplace, searching for solution for the companies. Then we have got partners to partners, where we connect our partners through our partners, cloud service providers, which would get introduced to your solution and then have the capacity to sell our partners. And then we have got 15,000 field sellers. So, that is a good combination of channels which could bring you a lot of leads and a lot of sales. One of the things that was under discussion is this, that in Baltics, for example, because we are in Baltics, there is a big question mark how the companies should think of expansion apart from Baltics or Nordics. By publishing your solution on a commercial marketplace, it opens a whole new world. So with publishing your solution to commercial marketplace, it opens to you 141 geographies because we have got access or customers reach in 141 regions. It opens, so for example, you are a small company, a small solution provider, a software vendor in Baltic. If you have not published a solution, the probability for anybody to know who you are or finding out about you is basically almost zero. Almost. Not totally, but almost zero. Not everybody is going to be able to, search in Baltics. But having your solution published, your solution would be featured in 140 countries. Let's say, is it an AI solution? Whether it is a retail solution, whether it is, any solution, it will be, published, and your customers from 141 geographies would have a possibility to have a review of your solution. Then one thing which adds also is the credibility in terms of your solution. For example, you have got your solution published on commercial marketplace. You are partners with Microsoft. If you go to someone, you can say that our licensing, our accountancy, our everything is going to be paid out through Microsoft. So they don't need to add you as a different vendor. They might not know you, but they know Microsoft. So that is a part of a credibility that adds. Then there is a lot of countries, for example, government entities, especially in different countries, do not want to get involved in a different currency conversions. They want to pay in the same currency. So with 17 currencies available on commercial marketplace, there is a probability to get those companies, let's say bigger enterprises, SMBs, government entities, and entities to be able to pay in those currencies. You don't have to open a different company in every country that would want to have payment in a like a different currency or a different region. Then there comes also a question about taxation, that what exactly the taxation rules are. The taxation rules are in Brazil are different. They're different in Estonia. They're different in US. They are different in Indonesia. So we've got 55 tax managed countries where you don't have to worry about what the VAT is, what the taxation is, and what I have to do about them. You can just have the licensing and everything through Microsoft. So imagine, let's put it as a direct customer that found you on commercial marketplace, wants to subscribe to your solution and buy your solution. They go into commercial marketplace, click a Get It Now button, and they are diverted to your CRM. It creates a lead. You contact them, everything is fine. You activate the subscription, and then that let's say that customer is based in Brazil. Microsoft Brazil will have the licensing and an agreement done through them, and then take the payment, and then pay you. Let's, for example, you're based in Estonia, and pay you through Microsoft Estonia in Estonia. And it's a fast payout. So it could be a weekly payout. You don't have to worry about whether the customer is going to pay or not. It is a responsibility for Microsoft to take that payment, and you get your payment. So that becomes the fast payouts. I have a question. What do you think that with all those services, how much would Microsoft charge for that services, giving all the portal of subscription, access to 141 geographies, 17 currencies, tax management system, and fast payout? What do you think is the percentage that Microsoft would be asking? And I think you would be shocked. 3% only as a transaction fee that Microsoft takes. Previously, it was 20% But now we have brought it down to 3%, which is 3% flat rate. It does not mean whether you have a transaction of $1,000, $100,000, doesn't matter. The flat transaction fee is 3%, which is pretty much the same as some credit card payments. So imagine having your whole access to a lot of customers, new customers, co-sell partners, co-sell agreements, no accountancy needed, and having field sellers, and you pay only 3% transaction fee, which was a big loop that we take from 20% to 3% because we, as we said, our whole company culture is based now on partnership, partner-led. We want you to grow. Once you grow, we gradually grow also. So let's move on to some examples that I would want to bring on. So, to make meaningful connections, to drive digital transformation, this is what our goal is. So these are a few examples of, or you could say, success stories of the companies that have, got benefited out of commercial marketplace. Shook IoT was bought by one of the Fortune 50 customer. And it was possible because of having partnership with Microsoft, having their solution published on commercial marketplace as a transactable app. Then what I want to more focus on is basically, which is like an actual success story, is a company in Sweden named Hive Streaming, which is basically a streaming or a video sort of like platform, which allows the customers, enterprise, bigger customers, to have better communication within the team, within the company, whether you are talking about HR, whether you're talking about trainings, whether you're talking about any programs, campaigns, sales, and so on. Hive Streaming published their solution as a transactable app on commercial marketplace. One enterprise company in Japan was looking for such kind of solution, found Hive Streaming, contacted them, and then say, hey, we are interested. Hive Streaming said, yes, we don't have a company in Japan, but we have a transactable app published on commercial marketplace. They say, hey, that's exactly how we want to get your subscription or your solution or your platform, because we don't want to get you as a new vendor, but Microsoft is one of our vendor and we trust Microsoft, and they grab a 6-figure deal. So it is not just, like a talk to just have a app published for yourself on our commercial marketplace. Our goal is actually to be able to get you published as a transactable app, but also make your business grow, your solution grow. And so this is what we believe. Snowflake is also one example. Data analytics, Nielsen was able to make a deal with them. That is also one of really big deals that they made, and all because of partnership with Microsoft and having a transactable app published on commercial marketplace. I would mention that if you would have any questions, feel free to add them on Q&A, and then I can answer all those questions later on. All right, so now the next one is basically Law Toolbox. It is the latest success story that we have got. With access to commercial marketplace, Law Toolbox was easily able to scale. They were able to connect to a lot of Microsoft partners and customers, and now they are selling their solution because they have got the integration with Microsoft 365. So it's a very, genuine solution. And it is one of the success stories where they are able to connect, and they are scaling up massively because of their transactable app on commercial marketplace. So there is a lot of success stories if we talk about ISVs, if we talk about even startups. uh, it brings a lot of credibility. It makes your life easier. And so if as a company, if I'm a CEO or a CTO, well, mainly CEO or a sales lead of an ISV, I would stand at a point and say, okay, we are in partner with our cloud service provider. What benefits do we get from them? So if I have a choice to move and have an option of scale up with Microsoft, I would really be considering that. Now, if we move further, that there are different stages of engagement through your publishing to the commercial marketplace. One of them is list, which is basically if you go on, which does not require much, like requirement, you just go on and you list your solution that, hey, we do this, we provide this, and then you put a contact me button. This is also an option, but there is a entry stage benefits. The recognition is not there. There is not much, sort of like um, uh, access to it. People will contact you, then you contact them, and then who you are, what you do, who your sellers are, and so on. What we want to go to is the transactable app, where you publish your solution, and and you set up, let's say, a trial period. The success rate towards the trial period is basically much more, where customer are not afraid or do not wish to pay ahead, and they want to test your solution. So what I would highly recommend, that if you decide to go ahead and publish a transactable app, you have to have a trial version, which allows the customer to be able to test out your solution and then uh, decide whether they wish to do or not. So how it works, you set up a 1 month trial period for your solution. The moment customers subscribe to it, the moment the trial period is going to end, they're going to move to the paid subscription automatically. You don't need to connect them, ask them again, hey, do you wish to go ahead with this or not? So this makes your life much more easier. So the percentage of success transactables solutions is much more when there is a trial availability. So this is the whole journey of uh, how the sales, the marketing, the technical benefits are through commercial marketplace. Uh, and I said, with the transactable app, the life for you, uh, your customers, is much more easier. And again, I want to very much emphasize on the fact that it does not take much of effort from your side to be able to have, if you are already in Azure. One thing which I would focus on this is this, that yes, there is a possibility to be able to publish your solution even not being on Azure, but the benefits are not going to be as much if you have it. Because once we're talking about metered or API subscription, it is not possible if you are not on Azure, and if your customer, your partner is not on Azure. So the scale up option, which we want to focus on, is not doable if you are not, your solution is not on Azure. Now, apart from being partner with Microsoft, with context to commercial marketplace, there is another sales channel that is very popular nowadays, is Sales Navigator. You can reach out to your targeted customers through Sales Navigator with with, let's say you want to focus customers in US, you can put geography, how big of a company it should be. Let's say you want to focus on enterprise, so you can have a company headcount over 1,000. Then who you want to target, let's say the decision makers, either they are people from sales. So Sales Navigator, I think, is also one of the tools which could be used to target those customers and divert them towards the commercial marketplace to your transactable app solution, and then do that. Uh, if we talk about the stats from Forrester, uh, the increase in after COVID, the increase in cloud usage, the commercial marketplace, the apps being publishing is 2 times more than 2019. Previously, there was only 2 million users in Teams. Now is over 270 million users. The number of customers visiting marketplace is increasing. The sales cycle, like approaching the customer, and then through if there's a contact me button only, then you approach them, then a person asks them what the requirement are, so on. The 30% reduction in sales cycle is done through the commercial, the cloud and the transactable app. The deal sizes are increasing also through that, is 50% much more larger deals. In terms of growth, is the margin is about 20% more increase in margin of the sales. So over and all, I think that the future of commercial marketplace is here, meaning that in about 5 years time, a lot of sales and solutions are going to be sold out through commercial marketplaces, and without a third person, or a salesperson being involved in between. What is the beauty of it is you can be on a Sunday afternoon sitting and sipping a coffee, and you are a chief operating officer or a CEO, and you want a solution for your company which you think, or integration. You can just go on commercial marketplace and do the subscription and literally buy it. So this is what makes the commercial marketplace much more accessible and much more productive, or much more promising. Now, if we put it all of the perspective in terms of transactable app, in terms of fees, in terms of all the things, partners are earning $9.58 for every $1 of Microsoft revenue. So this statement basically defines the fact that we are partner-led company. We want to focus on how Microsoft wants to go and how it wants to build the partners and make the partners grow. And as I said, that the more the partners grow, the more the Microsoft is, and that's what we are focused on. So this is it from my side. There is a QR code for my LinkedIn. To learn, there is a link for marketplace, more publishing support, how to get help, and so on. And you can add me on LinkedIn and ask any questions you have. And I really hope that this webinar, this presentation, did open your mind towards at least a thought to be able to publish a commercial transactable app commercial marketplace, and open your channels, your approach towards different countries, new customers, Microsoft partners, and so on. So I will be taking any questions if we have. So let me have a look if we have any questions. Look, no questions. So if you guys don't have any questions, You can write it in the chat, or you can write it in the Q&A section, or you can ask me directly on LinkedIn. I'll mute myself and give you guys a few minutes if you would have any questions. Okay, guys, seems like there is not, it's either my presentation was very good or either it was very crap, that there are no questions. But anyhow, you've got my name. You can search me on LinkedIn. There's a QR code. Feel free to contact me and I can help you, give you more information about Transactable app, how to publish it. And if you need anything in terms of migration, help or any technical support, I can connect you with the right people. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much, and have a great day, and hope to connect with you guys soon. Thank you.